Hey, this is Jimmy. Who's this?
Jimmy, this is old-ass Joe Biden. I'm so old.
Hello, Mr. President. How you doing?
Old. I'm doing oldly.
I see. What's the sudden emphasis on your age, Joe?
Yeah, right. Sudden emphasis. Not like I don't hear about all the fucking time. But for real, yeah, I'll tell you what's going on.
What's that?
Jimmy, I had a revelation the other day. An epiphany. Whatever you want to call it. Outside my campaign headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware, a drunk driver plowed into my motorcade. I wasn't in the car. I was standing outside about 200 feet away, but I'm still going to say I could have been killed.
I see.
But I wasn't. God spared my life from that black drunk driver.
I didn't know he was black.
I didn't know that.
What?
And like any narcissist, I took this relatively minor incident, inflated its scope, and made it somehow connected to my own personal destiny. It was a sign, Jimmy.
A sign of what?
A sign for me to run for president again, even though I'm 81 years old.
Oh, my God. I see.
I'll be honest with you, Jimmy. I was on the fence privately, despite what I said publicly. I mean, I'm 81 years old, for Christ's sakes. But then a drunkard fender-bended a parked car in my vicinity. And it was then that I knew that it was game on. Full steam ahead. 2026, here we come.
No, it's 2024, you mean?
That too. All the years. Bring it on. But at the same time, I can't hide from my age anymore. That was the flip side of the epiphany.
Ah, okay.
I have to run for president, but I also have to acknowledge that I'm old as fuck. The two go together, hand in glove.
Yes, Axios just published an article saying that aides of yours are concerned that you are in denial about your age and that it's a real problem.
Jimmy, that's correct. For a long time, I was going around saying, I feel so young, like some kind of deluded maniac. Meanwhile, I'm having to wear special sneakers and undergo physical therapy because of the huge risk of me falling.
Right.
Literally, I'm just one whoa away from President Kamala Harris.
Oh.
Fucking terrifying. Probably the most precarious place this nation has ever been in, and I'm walking around saying, yep, everything's fine.
It is insane.
It really is, man. Well, no more. I'm going to quit pretending I'm 42 damn years old. No more tracksuits and cool guy sunglasses. The look will be flannel, slippers, and giant reading glasses. 2024, I want to run as the real me, Tapioca Joe.
Okay, well, it's good you're being yourself and acknowledging you're old, but that doesn't actually address the problem that you are old.
Jimmy, you couldn't be more right. But the first step to solve any problem is to acknowledge the problem exists in the first place. I've acknowledged that I'm old. Now we can move forward to address the issue.
How do you address the issue? How do you make yourself not old?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the best solution, Jimmy. For example, once we determined that it was Kamala Harris who was putting ball bearings on the floors of the West Wing hallways, we told her, you need to stop doing that. She got really day drunk, but she stopped.
You can't fix your age problem, though.
Jimmy, in a way I can. This is primarily a problem of perception. People know I'm old. But it was the fact that I was pretending I wasn't. That everyone was saying I was spry and sharp. That's what was really freaking people the fuck out. So if I lean into being old, act more like a grandpa, that's going to put people at ease. At least that's what our team has determined.
I see.
So get ready for Grandpa Joe. If I start mumbling, walking the wrong way, falling down, it won't be concerning. It will be expected because I'm 81 goddamn years old. Instead of me being outside trying to exercise, I'm going to be seen wearing a sweater, reading to my grandchildren because that's what I should be doing anyway. Wouldn't that make you feel better, Jimmy, if I just lean into it?
No, actually, not at all.
Well, what would make you feel better, you fucking pea princess?
If you didn't run it all.
Yeah, well, it's not going to fucking happen. Not a snowball's chance in hell, Jack. Just give up. Only I can defeat Donald Trump. And with Hillary Clinton by my side on the campaign trail, I will be invincible. Her being resentful and shrill, and me doing old guy shit like calling into AM radio stations and saying racist stuff. And at the end of the day, the United States will have an 86-year-old president.
Oh, my God. Yeah, sounds like a great plan, Joe.
Not just great, Jimmy. Swell. Aces. Good enough to beat the band.
Oh, jeez.
And other old-timey expressions. Well, I have to go, Jimmy. I have an appointment to go get that thing done to my face that makes me look like the clone from The Last Starfighter. But I'm going to tell him nothing doing. No more. We're going to let this baby hang loose. I'm 81 years old and I'm embracing it. Later, Jimmy.
Okay. Later, Mr. President.
Honey, where are my shoes?
Come see us do a live stand-up show. We'll be in Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, and we're going to Europe. Do you live in Europe? We're going to be there. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.